What's up everybody, Tony here with High Tech Check, and today we're going to be taking a look at the LEPOW Z1. It's a 15.6-inch 1080p IPS panel monitor. It has HDR, 106% sRGB, 72% color gamut, 178 degree viewing angles, stereo speakers, 350 nits of brightness. It's lightweight and it has an all metal design. Now, if you are interested in picking this up, I will be putting a link in the description. And if you guys like me and you want to support my channel, please use those links because it helps me keep purchasing products to do reviews to you guys. So this is a great option if you're working on the go or if you just need to get a little gaming in on a trip or something like that. It very easily stows into your book bag and it doesn't take up a lot of space. So in this video, we're going to be testing out how good the audio quality is, how good the picture quality is, and how it connects up to different devices such as my MacBook Pro, an Xbox, a Nintendo Switch, and one of my Galaxy phones. But first, let's go and see what you get inside the box. All right, so here we have a USB Type-C to USB Type-A cable. Then here we have our wall adapter. It's USB Type-A, and it's 5 volts at 2 amps. Here we have an included screen protector. Very nice. Here's the monitor that I'll put aside for just a second. Here we have a USB Type-C to USB Type-C cable, our user guide. Here we have an HDMI to USB Type-C cable, and a cleaning kit to install the screen protector. So the monitor does come with a really nice foldable stand that is magnetic as well. And then here we have our monitor that is covered by a protective layer here that you just need to peel off. It is made of an all aluminum body, which is really nice and solid. And it does have a matte finish for the screen, so you don't have to worry about glare. And if we look at the back here, as you can see, it has dual speakers at the top. On the side, we have our power button in the middle, our plus and minus buttons on the top, and on the bottom here, we have a USB Type-C for power and one for display. Now, when you're not using your monitor, you can take this stand/cover and just place it over the top of your monitor, and it holds it in place with magnets, which is pretty cool. And the cover also doubles as a stand. All you need to do is take this little magnetic piece here, stick it onto the middle of the back of the monitor. You can simply just place your monitor down just like this, lift it up, and then use it as a stand, just like that. Has a couple adjustments. And like I said on the back, it just holds right in the middle of the two speakers. Okay, so here I have my MacBook Pro, and here we have the LEPOW Z1 portable monitor. Now, the important thing is some things that you hook up to the LEPOW will need an external power source, and some may not. For example, like the MacBook Pro here should have enough power to power up the monitor all by itself with some external power, but we're going to go ahead and test it out. So here I have the USB Type-C connected to the portable monitor. Now I'm going to plug in the other end into my MacBook Pro and we'll see what happens. So the LEPOW powers up and it turns into an extended monitor. So as you can see, the LEPOW is being powered directly from the MacBook Pro without any other power source. So this is a great option if you need to work on the go. So I just turned the brightness up to 100%, so now you can see what the monitor is capable of as far as brightness goes. And then here I have a really colorful picture just to show you how nice the colors are represented. So before we go on, I just want to show you what the settings are for the monitor. And if you want to bring it up, all you need to do is press the power button on the side of the monitor itself. Here, as you can see, we have our brightness. We can control the contrast, our black level, our sharpness. You can turn the dynamic contrast ratio on and off. You can choose your aspect ratio. Here we have our color temperature, our on-screen display, the language, the timer for the on-screen display, the transparency of it. Here you can reset all your settings. You can mute the volume and control the volume. And then you can choose your signal source. You can change the blue light filter, and you can turn on HDR mode. And as you can see here, it's putting out 1920 by 1080 at 60 Hz. So the screen does look really nice. I don't see any pixels, so you should have a good experience with the picture quality. Now we're going to test how good these speakers are. I'm going to play a video that I recorded not too long ago. Right on the back of the box that it offers the best scratch protection on the market. Guaranteed. Guaranteed. and we will be putting that to the test because I will be doing a scratch and a drop test. So this video that I'm showing you here is in 1080p because that's all that the monitor can display. So the audio isn't super loud, but you should be able to hear perfectly fine whatever's on the screen if you're near the monitor. So from what I can see here behind the camera, the picture quality is really nice, and I think you're going to be happy with the quality itself. Even at 1080p, the picture looks really sharp. So now we're going to test out the contrast ratio. Here I have a really dark picture. I'm going to turn off all the lights in the studio and we'll see how good the contrast ratio is. So I turned on the dynamic contrast ratio for the monitor, and it definitely does make a huge difference. It definitely makes a lot of the darker areas on the picture a lot darker, and I don't really see hardly any blooming. There's maybe just a little bit, maybe on the bottom right here, and just a tad bit on the top, but for the most part, the picture and the contrast ratio looks really good in a darker environment. So now I'm going to play my video again, and I'll show you how the dynamic contrast ratio works. So with this video playing and there being a lot brighter scenes, the dynamic contrast ratio automatically adjusts for that. And as you can see, you can easily see what's on the screen here. It's definitely bright, especially in a darker environment. So basically what the dynamic contrast ratio does is it dims the brightness of the display in darker scenes, and when it's in brighter scenes, it automatically adjusts the brightness up again to try to give you the best black levels possible. So again, picture quality is really good, and when you're in a darker environment, that dynamic contrast ratio option gives you the best possible black levels. Okay, so now we're going to be testing out the monitor with my Galaxy Fold here. I just want to see if it's capable of powering up the portable monitor all by itself. So I'm going to plug in the USB Type-C. So as you can see, the Fold 4 doesn't have enough power to power up the monitor itself, so you're going to need an external power source as well. So you still can keep the setup portable, you just need a power bank like I have one here. So all you need to do is plug in the power source to the bottom USB Type-C, just like that, and it powers up the device. Now we'll go ahead and plug in our Fold 4 and see what happens. So as you can see, your phone is now being charged and it's displaying on the portable monitor. As you can see, it's mirroring whatever I have on the phone. So I'm going to open up Dex. That should take us into our full screen. And there you have it. So now we can use our phone as a little touchpad. Let's open up YouTube. So here I have a YouTube video loaded up from my channel, and we're going to be looking at the picture and sound quality while it's hooked up to my Fold 4. There's some dust left on your screen when you do the installation. You shouldn't be able to see it underneath the screen, at least that's what they claim. So then you're going to take your phone and just put it into the tray. So the picture and sound quality is pretty much exactly the same when it was hooked up to my MacBook Pro. Let's go and see what it's displaying at really quick. And it's displaying at 1920 by 1080 at 60 Hertz. So far you can expect the same experience whether it be on your MacBook Pro or from a mobile phone. Okay, so here we have the screen hooked up directly to my Xbox One X, and as you can see, it fits rather well directly sitting on top of the Xbox. So if you have a small area and you just need a little monitor for some gaming, this is definitely a good option. So here we're playing some Killer Instinct. The video quality again looks really good, and the colors are also looking very nice and vibrant as well. So we're going to go ahead and see if there's any input lag, especially if you want to do some gaming. And the volume's also at 100%. So I definitely didn't notice any input lag when playing a fighting game. Now I'm going to go ahead and move on to an FPS shooter, and we'll see if there's any lag there. So the picture quality, as you can see, is excellent even at 1080p, and I'm not noticing any input lag playing Call of Duty either. So whether you're playing FPS shooters, fighting games, driving games, you should have a good experience. And with that 60 Hz refresh, it should keep the picture nice and smooth. So now I'm going to turn the monitor so we can take a look at how good the viewing angles are. And I'm not seeing any drop in brightness, which is definitely a plus. So pretty much no matter where you're looking at this monitor, you should have pretty much the same viewing experience. Obviously, if you look at the monitor from too far over, you're not going to be able to see anything on the screen just because of the orientation, but viewing angles are good on this monitor. Now, just one thing I need to let you know, that when you have the monitor connected to a device that is utilizing the USB-C to HDMI cable, you will need an external power source to power the monitor, because the HDMI port does not push power, it only does video. So like here I have mine connected up to my Xbox One X. I do need an external power source, which I'm using a power bank connected to the bottom here, and then I have the HDMI going into the USB Type-C for the top for the video input. Okay, so now we're going to test out the monitor with my Nintendo Switch here. I'm going to plug the USB Type-C directly into the Nintendo Switch, and I'm going to see if it can power the monitor as well as play without any external power source. So the Nintendo Switch is on. We'll go ahead and plug in the USB Type-C. And it looks like you're going to need an external power source to power the monitor when you're playing your Nintendo Switch as well. So again, we have our power bank here. We'll plug in our power bank into the bottom here. Okay, so the monitor does have power now. It's still connected to the Switch. And it's displaying on the display now. Perfect. The screen looks absolutely beautiful, and as you can see, the power bank is also charging up our Switch, so it's not using any extra battery. And if we look into our settings, as you can see, it's running 1920 by 1080 at 60 Hz without any use of a hub. Okay, so here I have the monitor hooked up to my Windows laptop. As you can see, it is being powered by only one cable here that is connected directly into the laptop itself, and I do have the monitor in portrait mode. Now, the one thing you need to keep in mind is when you use the monitor in portrait mode, you need to go into the settings of the Windows device you have it connected to and rotate the screen, because there is no option built into the monitor to automatically rotate the screen. So as you can see here, I have the second monitor selected, and if we go down in the settings here, you can see the display orientation. I have it changed to portrait mode, and you can easily see what's on the screen here, and you just scroll down. It shows a lot more than what you can normally see on regular screens in landscape mode, which is pretty nice, and it is super bright. And that little stand that it comes with, as you can see here, very easily converts to a portrait mode as well. You just kind of have it stuck to the middle of the screen there, and you have a couple options of the viewing angle when it's in this orientation as well. So as you can see, you can use this monitor with a lot of different things, from gaming consoles, Windows tablets, mobile phones, Macs. This monitor will pretty much work with anything that uses USB Type-C for a display or an HDMI. And then if we zoom in on the text here, you can see how easily everything is able to be read even when it's zoomed in. Everything is nice and clear, very crisp. As you can see, there's no jagged edges around the text. So if you need to see something when you're zoomed in, you can very easily see that. Here's a little smaller text. We'll just zoom in on that. And as you can see, it's still nice and clear, very easily read, even when it's kind of small. So I definitely think the LEPOW Z1 is a good option if you want to work on the go, or maybe if you want to do some gaming as well. The monitor itself is super thin. It's just a little bit thicker than an iPad. It's very light and it easily fits right behind your laptop in your book bag. It's got an awesome picture and it won't break the bank. So if you guys are interested in picking this up, I will be putting a link in the description. And if you guys like me and you want to support my channel, please use those links because it helps me keep purchasing products to reviews for you guys. And if you guys are planning on picking this up, let me know in the comments. I'm interested to know what you guys think. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, give me a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that little notification bell to let you guys know when I put out new videos. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you have a great day and I'll see you in the next one. Later.